Welcome to the design studios of Plazko.com. I'm Bonnie Clewans, and today I'm going to show you how to create a cubic zirconia and chain earring. If you have an opportunity to look at an earlier video on the cubic zirconia silver and chain necklace, you will see that this is a complementary piece to complete a set. When I'm designing for retail purposes, I always create necklaces and earring sets. Most of the time, customers want to buy complementary pieces. The nice thing is, if you don't sell the earrings with the necklace, you can sell them separately, and you can always create another one to go with it. So let's get started. Today we are going to be using a 4mm bicone crystal, a 6mm Cubic Zirconia silver bead. This is a silver bead which has a pave or layer of stones around it, and it creates this interesting effect. Cubic zirconia are very, very close to diamonds, and they really have a great sparkle and create a wonderful, attractive earring, especially if you want to add some bling. We're also going to be using our figure 8 sterling chain. Let's get started. If you noticed, the cubic zirconia and sterling bead has a fairly large hole. So our bead with chain through it would fall right off. What we're going to do is use a 4mm crystal bicone on a 2-inch 24-gauge sterling head pin. This will act as our stopper. I will attach a 1-inch piece of chain to my crystal bead stopper. The way I do this is using a round nose tool. I position my bead at the bottom and have a little bit of space over the top. I'm approximately 1/3 of the way up the nose of the pliers. Holding on to the bead, I bend my wrist away. I take the wire and pull it towards me. Now I add my chain. Making sure the chain stays out of my way, I position my pliers diagonally over that loop and wrap the wire going down towards the bead until I reach the bead. Picking up my flesh cutter, I turn my bead down and cut into the table. I have a little piece of wire that's sticking up, and I want to get rid of that, so I pick up my crimping tool and very gently rotate the bead, and that tucks in that piece of wire so that I really can't see it or feel it. Now I'm ready to simply thread the chain through the bead, and since this is a large hole bead, I don't have to worry about it. And if I find that my bead is sitting over that loop, I pick up a flat nose pliers and very gently I want to decrease the size of that loop so that it fits through the hole in my bead. And now you can see I've got my crystal stopper with my cubic zirconia bead sitting right on the top, and I don't see any of that wire wrap, so it's buried inside the bead. Now I'm ready to attach my ear wire. Anytime I am working with something which is a machined made round piece of wire, such as an earring or a jump ring, whenever I open it, I don't want to take it out of the round shape. So what I do is I open it front to back, which is called torquing. And I want to open that loop as minimally as possible. And I want to use my round nose tool. I position myself on the outside where my wire is going to open and very gently open it a little bit so that the space will allow me to attach my chain. Here I go. Now I'm ready to close the loop, and I simply, very gently move it back to where it was. Very, very small movement, and that way I don't damage the machine round part of the loop. If you have any questions about this project or any others, please contact us at DIY@Plazko.com.